the Fluid Finance team. It is one of our other community roundups. So we're going to give a little bit of a run through today on some of the significant things that have happened this week and also last week as well. The team have been super busy. So first of all, thank you to everyone that has joined just to take some time out of their busy day to give the community a little bit of an update and just talk about what has been going on. So Max is actually going to share his screen because our first big update that came out on Wednesday of this week was our roadmap for Q3. This was something that each department has been working really hard to aggregate and make sure that we've given you the most accurate and most up-to-date information as well. So I'll give you a really brief run through of what you guys can expect to see during this quarter, and then we'll jump into each department and just hear a little bit of a debrief on what everyone's been working on this week and what you guys as a community should be taking note for in the coming months, what you guys can expect to see, because it's pretty exciting indeed. So first of all, marketing and expansion. This was one that we've really been trying to pin down for you guys to make sure it's as clear as possible what we can expect. And top of the list, and probably the biggest one, is the US launch. So as you guys know, very soon we'll be launching in the US market, and we have outlined a full marketing strategy that includes some really interesting media partners and also some really interesting giveaways as well. And we're going to be hitting the media both in terms of DeFi and crypto, but also remittance markets and also local students as well in some of the top universities that are a little bit crypto curious, but also just looking to send money around the world for free and benefit from some of Fluid's other awesome offerings as well. We also have a new podcast episodes that will be coming out as well on a different YouTube channel. So we've started to rebrand and prepare for that. And then we're just continuing with our normal outreach when it comes to Twitter Spaces. Ava will give a little bit of a run through of what to expect as well in the coming weeks, and also what we've achieved this week when it comes to Twitter. And then we also have the CeFi side of things as well, buying and selling stocks as well, which is something that's really come up from the community. Physical cards, which I know you guys are really excited to get your hands on and to get spending from your Fluid accounts, and also connecting your other bank accounts to Fluid as well. And then we also have some interesting ones as well, like sending money via email. So take a little look through if you haven't seen it already, because there's some great stuff from the CeFi side of things. And then also the DeFi side, which Alex Spedding will jump into a little bit later. We also have buying and selling Fluid tokens in app, and also sending crypto via the mobile app. So there is a lot on the list, a lot to dissect, but I will share the link in the description of the YouTube video if you do want to have a little bit of a closer look. So now we're going to have a little bit of a run through of each of the team and what's been going on. And we're actually going to start with Ava, because it's been a really busy week for Go Fluid. The community has grown as well quite a lot this week. So a huge shout out there to Ava and the team. Really awesome job. Maybe you want to share with the community what's happened so far this week.
Yes, thanks for that, Jessica. And welcome and hi, everyone. And thanks for tuning in to our bi-weekly community call. I got actually a message from a community member saying we shouldn't call it bi-weekly, because apparently this can mean two things. It can mean every other week or twice a week. So every other week community call. We've indeed have had a busy time, as always, in the community. We've published some roundups of our last community meetings for you all. We've published some blog posts on our community meetup in Kenya, as well as our community meetup in London. You can find them pinned in our Telegram if you're looking to read up on them. Also, we've started a new initiative where we're publishing a weekly progress update for all of you. Archie has been working on this, and you will also find this in our Telegram. And from now on, we will publish this for all of you every week, so you can have a more detailed, also written down breakdown of what we do during the week, especially also if you cannot tune into these community calls, or maybe English isn't your main language, then these written down bullet points for the week will be good information for all of you to have. We've also had a campaign running with new partners from TokenLon this week. We kicked it off on Monday with a Gleam giveaway campaign, which is still running. So all of you who haven't joined the campaign yet, feel free to do so. We have the link in our Telegram as well. I'll repost it as well in the next few days. We have around 1,000 entries so far, so make sure to get your spot. We've also had a joint Twitter space with them then on Wednesday, which was a really, really great conversation. Our community member Shukran Spice was so kind as to do a direct transcript of the whole call pretty much right afterwards. So any one of you who missed it can read up on this fabulous transcript. Or if, you know, again, English isn't your first language, you can run it through a translator program and catch up on the whole conversation. Also, we will be doing this more for you guys going ahead. Our community member Shukran Spice has kindly agreed to do these types of write-ups more often for us. So we will try to put things in writing for any one of you who prefers this type of format. Also, we will have a Discord AMA with TokenLon on Monday. Torab and Jessica will join us for this. There will be another small giveaway during the Discord AMA, and you know, lots of more great discussion with them, continuing where we left off on Wednesday. So do tune in for that as well. Also, a quick reminder, we still have our weekly quiz rounds going every Saturday in our Discord. There's also small giveaways there, and there are always loads of fun. So this Saturday, I think they're usually around 6 p.m. CET. Join us on the Discord. And then, as Jessica has mentioned, we keep growing our community. So big shout out to our new community leaders. Lately, we have onboarded new communities in Kenya following Tina's Kenya trip. With a new community in Tanzania, with a new Vietnam community and a new Polish community. And because we're growing so much and we have so many socials, I've actually counted them before this call just to give you all a number at the moment. And this is only if I didn't miss anything. We have 36 different community-run social channels. I'll give you a quick breakdown just to make sure you don't miss anyone. But I'm really working hard at the moment to make sure we can establish a link tree for all of our community-run socials, so to give a better overview, because just publishing all of these socials is just starting to get a bit of a long list. So keep an eye out for that link tree. But let me quickly open my list, and then I will let you all know the community-run channels we have at the moment. So we have our French community with a Telegram and Twitter. We have our Italian community with a Telegram. We have our dedicated Latvia community who have a Telegram, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. We have a Spanish community with a Telegram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and we have recently launched also our website in Spanish. We have a Romanian community with a Telegram and Twitter. We have a Georgia community with a Facebook. We have a Dutch community with a Telegram and Instagram. We have an Africa community with a Telegram. We have the Nigeria community with Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, as well as TikTok. And please, guys, everyone make sure to check out our Nigeria TikTok, because they publish really often and the TikToks are really amazing. We have our Kenya community with Telegram, a WhatsApp group, a Twitter, and an Instagram. We have a Tanzania community with Facebook, Twitter, Telegram, Instagram, which is probably going live today. I don't think they're quite live yet, but this is just being set up at the moment. We have a new Polish community with a Twitter, Telegram, Facebook, and a Medium channel. They already have their own link tree as well. It's posted in the Telegram. And then we have our new Vietnam community with a Telegram, as well as our community on Reddit. I actually had to check in with Edgar's before this to make sure I don't forget anything. So do join any channel that is relevant or that you would like to be a part of, and we will post them all for you soon. And that's it for me today.
Amazing. Awesome job there from the community. And I have to say that when we did the TokenLon Twitter space, their mood got so ecstatic after we actually had the call because of our amazing community that joined in to listen. And also they were so impressed that within 12 hours of us finishing the Twitter space, we already had a full blog from a community member, which was transcribing the whole of the Twitter space. And it was just really awesome. And they were so impressed at how engaged and active our community is. And they were able to use the content as well. So it really helps us when we're looking to create these partnerships that everyone can see how active our community is. So a huge thank you to everyone that has taken part. And Ava did mention there as well, Tina's recent trip to Kenya. So I will be giving you guys a little bit of a run through of what happened there, because it really ties in with the community side of marketing and what we're looking to build. So Tina actually went to 2 separate meetups, one in Nairobi and another one as well within the space of around 4 days. Each had over 200 members. It was so impressive to see the huge turnout. And she was saying the conversations that she had were really, really promising. A lot of business people that attended. And there was also a lot of preparation and also kind of insights into our remittance campaign across Africa. There was a lot of representatives that actually came from different companies that will really be able to help us with getting people to access their funds in an easier way by using Fluid as an enabler. Using a Fluid account as well directly also means that you don't need to use a bank account. And it's great for then working with possible partnerships. And she also did some kind of some great work with meeting some NGOs and charities. She visited an orphanage as well and also discussed some of the possibilities for Fluid to open a charity. And this means that anyone in the world can send money or make donations in different currencies without high fees as well. So it's a really international way for us to get donations for these kind of NGOs and charities moving forward, which is a really core mission statement for us as well. So the feedback that we had was amazing. She did have a few blips when it comes to immigration getting in as well. So there was no smooth sailing with Tina's trip, but she said she had an amazing time. And also a huge thank you to Lulu from Tanzania and also Brother Aaron as well for helping her out of some of these sticky situations when it comes to managing to sneak into Africa without a visa. If anyone's able to do it, it's Tina. But she had an amazing trip. The feedback was just incredible. And even just speaking to some of the people on the ground, she managed to take a few hours out of her busy schedule to go to a safari. And she was explaining to the person that runs the safari, who owns around 150 cars across Africa, what Fluid does and how Fluid accounts really work. And he was the people that run the safari were saying that actually Fluid Finance is a great use case for them with international clients, because people can download the application when they have Wi-Fi, they can send the money and make the payment. And then it's a really easy way for people across Africa to hold US dollars in their bank account. So this is a huge game changer. It's really motivated the marketing team this week because we've just felt so empowered by what we're building here. And it's just been really, really incredible. We do have a blog post on our website. So if you guys do want to have a little bit of a read through and just a little bit more insights, but it just looked so impressive. And we were really proud to see the feedback that we had from the floor. And that's also thanks to, of course, the awesome tech team and everyone behind the scenes that are building this. It's really awesome to see people on the ground excited about what everyone's built. So it's definitely a bullish trip for us. And also when it comes to marketing, so this week we had some nice engagement from two fans of Fluid Finance that are quite influential in the crypto space. We have Root2Fi, who is a DeFi newsletter contributor, and he actually had a shout out to Fluid Finance this week on his newsletter. We did have some people that are familiar with Fluid Finance, but not yet users, that did see the newsletter, and then that converted them over into signing up. We had some positive signups from the back of this, and also Data Dash as well. He had a video released 2 weeks ago where he's reviewing the platform and gives some feedback. We do have a blog post coming on Monday, which will just share their insights. And these are potentially the kind of educators that we will be looking to help us support our US launch when it comes to just educating people about the crypto space. So we would love to hear from you guys in the community. If there's any other content creators that you guys are a fan of that are in crypto, or maybe they're just more into financial inclusion, do let us know in the comments, or you guys can DM me on Telegram or Twitter. And we'd love to look into that as well. So that is the marketing and community side of things. So now we're going to go over into the more hard-hitting items of tech, DeFi, and also UX and UI. And I think we're going to start with DeFi as well. So that is between Alex and Koplo. So feel free, guys, to give us an update of what you guys have been working on this week.
Sure, thank you. So main things that we are currently researching, I guess, an architectural design of how we can work with our with Genesis Trading about when people buy crypto in an app to enable them to be able to withdraw it to their own personal wallets. So we need to research and see how to do this. That's ongoing. We're also, if people are following Arbitrum, they are doing their upgrade to Nitro on August 31st. They're also in line with mainnet Ethereum deprecating the Rinkeby testnet. So we have to do some preparation for this Nitro merge and also move our testing contracts from Arbitrum Rinkeby to Arbitrum Go Early. So just sort of organizational thing that we have to do, annoyingly. Still writing more smart contracts to match up our tokenomics with what we say in the article. sort of like vesting schedules for employees, and rather than just say that it's done by under Swiss law. And I guess the biggest news is that we have the ultimate DeFi monster, Koplosius, on board, and I'll pass it over to him.
Thank you, Alex.
What a nickname, DeFi monster.
So on the DeFi side, so we are going to move our liquidity on the balancer pool in the next couple of days. You will have more info on that. And why we are doing that, it's that we found that we are going to have more opportunities on different integration that you will see, I hope, sooner on the DeFi side. And it also has opened new doors on partnership with Fluid and the Dusd. So this was an obvious choice, and we will get more info in the next couple of days. Yeah.
Just to be clear, the liquidity that we're moving is DUSD.
Yeah, DUSD. Yeah.
Awesome, and welcome to the team as well. I think it's definitely exciting to have the DeFi side bulk out. I know when we're on our Twitter spaces and we're saying to everyone, yeah, we've kind of tripled our DeFi team in the last few weeks, and everyone's saying, oh my God, in a bear market, you guys are awesome. So welcome on board, and Alex, awesome job. Dasha, how's everything been with UX and UI? I think you have been working around the clock the last few weeks. So I know a huge thank you from marketing side of things, because we've really seen how hard you've been working, and the screens are looking really awesome. So a huge appreciation post to you, but maybe you want to give the community a little bit of a run through of what exactly has been going on behind the scenes.
Yeah, Jessica, thank you so much for all the appreciation, and I hope that it will result in the better user experience. As always, that's what we are working for and living for, I would say. But the huge change for the UX UI team for the last couple of weeks is actually that we're expanding the team. So now we're 3 designers, which also helps a lot to move faster and faster, and pay more attention to the areas which were maybe had not such a high priority. Right now we are able to take care of more things in the app and in the user experience. One of the most exciting things that is coming, and we are preparing the screens for that, is actually a beautiful mint, redeem, and exchange function united under one name into the same section in the app. So you don't have to, very soon, you don't have to go through different sections or trying to figure out which term is the right one to pick in the application. It's going to be very easily. You have one section which calls convert, where you can convert your fiat traditional finance between each other. You could also convert it into crypto, or you could go from crypto to a traditional world even more seamlessly. So that's one of the most exciting things coming. Also, investment section is something to be announced really soon. We're improving the application navigation, so they would be easy to reach. Yeah, those are updates on my side. Happy to deliver it soon.
Amazing. Thank you so much. And then finally, Igor, you are leading the army of the tech team as well, which is kind of a relentless task at the moment. There's a lot that is being built. So maybe you want to give a little bit of insight into what's been going on.
So most of the time we actually spent last weeks planning the roadmap that we have already seen, and the bulk of the biggest changes were already announced and discussed even today. So I will be brief. Nevertheless, the team is actually doing now tons of work, because we are much more efficient since we actually have the clear focus, which is so much better. And the biggest tasks would, of course, be the US launch preparations, which makes mostly final touch-ups, but still requires some work to be done. And the biggest progress exactly this week would be on the physical cards, where the bigger chunk of logic is already in place as well. There's tons more smaller things and improvements for mint and redeem and all the DeFi-related integrations as well, but that is not so big. And also, I must say that at the moment we are now experiencing some minor technical issues. The team is aware of that, and we're fixing it at the moment. We will update you once it is resolved. That's it.
Amazing. Awesome. So yeah, you guys can really see now that the tech team, UX, UI, DeFi, and also kind of marketing community, it really seems to be a kind of a well-functioning machine at the moment. And it's really awesome that everything is on paper with the roadmap as well. So I hope you guys can take a little look, those that are watching, and then any questions as well, you can reach out to marketing on socials and we'll get those answered for you. I think Max has some questions that he has to direct to some of the team. So what kind of questions have we got today, Max?
Yep, only two today. The first one is, when will users be able to spend DUSD directly on their Fluid card? Or will they at all?
Awesome. I think this is a good one for Mr. Alex Spedding. I think you'd outlined the answer earlier.
Yeah, so I guess the idea of spending, if I go into a store, I have my own MetaMask or blockchain wallet, I have DUSD. I think I can't say where it would be possible, because essentially when I pay for an item with my card, I essentially need to replicate the same process of signing a transaction with my MetaMask, which means you would essentially need to give away your private key to your crypto wallet, which really is a no-go. So I guess the better idea would be to redeem your crypto-based DUSD for something that we Fluid hold custodially, such as the digital cash, and that way you're not giving us your private key that we would require to be signing all these transactions every time you spend DUSD.
I got it. And is there any indication on when a Swiss IBAN will be available, or if it will be?
The answer is not yet. I can't really give you a timeline now. We are working with our partner to help us with that. And actually, we are on a good track, but no deadlines at the moment.
Okay, that's all from me this week.
Amazing. Awesome, guys. Well, thank you so much for taking some time out of your busy day to give some of our community members an update on what everyone has been working on. This is us kind of rounding up the week. For anyone that is kind of just waking up based in the US, that is a community member that is watching today, Fluid Finance will be representing at the Future of Finance Online Summit this evening. So for those that are based in Europe, it's at midnight CET. I will paste the link in the description box. I'm going to have some coffee, so I'm awake to be shilling some Fluid Finance. If anyone does want to join and listen in, it is free to register. So I'll paste the link in the YouTube video and hopefully see some of you guys there. Thank you so much for joining, team members. Thank you so much for taking time out of the week, and we'll catch up again really soon.
Yeah. Thanks, everyone. Have a nice weekend.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Yeah, we're offline.